Ow. Alright guys, for today's video, first of all, apologies if you hear heavy equipment going on outside. My neighbor's getting some more yard work done. It is what it is. But today's video, if you may have noticed, especially in my last video, if you watched on how to learn how to drive a manual transmission car, or any of my other videos of stuff doing the car, you'll notice that my steering wheel is not centered up. But if you look down here at the front wheels, right? The front wheels are, in fact, oh, where are we pointing there? Straight, okay? Best you can tell by in the garage here. So, the steering wheel, even though the car is pointed straight, tires are going straight, the steering wheel is not aligned up correctly. Now, older GM cars, and this is what this is going to pertain to, if you watched my cancel cam video, or the turn signal cancel cam replacement video, yeah, maybe I'll link it up there, maybe. In it, you'll see that on these old cars that you have a cancel cam that goes, you have a shaft, a spline shaft that goes all the way down the steering column, and a spring would go on top of that, and then you have the cancel cam that goes on that, and on that cancel cam there is a cylinder that sticks outward. That is for the horn button to kind of attach into, but that where that sticks outward, there's the cylinder lock that goes over top of it that is lines up that notch into the steering column and the splines only in one direction, to where there is a hole that comes through, and then the dust cover goes over top of that. And then for the steering wheel itself, there's one hole that would then slide over top of that cancel cam cylinder to where the steering wheel lines up on the splines. So you can't just like say, oh, my steering wheel isn't lined up, let me just pop it off, turn it a little bit and slide it back on, because then it won't fit over the cancel cam without breaking it. So if your car is an older style car like this and your car is aligned, we can line the steering wheel back up without going to get a new alignment. And I'll show you how to do that really quickly. But first, I'll show you down here. Yeah, let's go in here and look first. Okay, so under the hood here, we have our steering shaft. Runs right here from the steering box, right here where it ties into, up to the steering column itself right there. There's a 15mm bolt on there that holds it onto the steering shaft side. Now, on a stock 3rd gen one, there is this, can't position this light any better. There we go. Okay, on the stock 3rd gen, you have right here this kind of plastic dust sleeve that goes and wraps around right here and just snaps onto one of these power steering lines. So you just kind of pry that back off of that. I'm trying to like not get super dirty doing this, but I'll get dirty anyways. Okay, so that pops back, and this is kind of captive to this steering shaft, the stock one. And this is kind of old school one where it has a rag joint down there, which they wear out and are massive pains in the ass. And a upgrade for these cars is a Astrovan steering shaft that gets rid of all this and gets rid of the rag joint, and it's telescoping. So it solves a lot of issues. And one day we will do that upgrade, but that day is not today. But if we look down here, we'll see that the bolt up here at the top. Oh, hang on a second. I need to get a flashlight to really help this out. Okay, I got flashlight back, and I hate using this thing because when I edit this, there's going to be like lacing, I guess it's called, from the light being picked up, an LED light being picked up through the the camera, but needs to be able to help see. So right here you have a rag joint, right there, and they wear out over time, and the steering feel gets sloppy. So you can upgrade these things with an Astrovan shaft. We're not going to worry about that. But right down here, you can see the bolt. That's a 7/16 bolt. And up here on this end is a 15mm. But if we look here, that bolt is cocked up at an angle. And this bolt is kind of turned down. Where are you? Here. Turned down, angled towards the frame rail here right now. When the car is sitting straight, with the wheels aligned straight, these should be pointing, this one should be pointing vertical, and that one should be pointing horizontal. goddamn, horizontal sideways to be able to get to them. So first things we got to do here is I need to rotate the steering wheel to get it where that should be that way. So come here, unlock the steering wheel. Okay. Okay. All right. Now my steering wheel is pretty much vertical here now, right? But now my wheels have turned ever so slightly to the right. But we can now see that that bolt is now vertical and that bolt is now horizontal. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break free that bolt at the top. Going to break free this bolt here at the bottom. Take a pry bar. I'm going to just take and push the steering shaft back, and it'll slide back up the steering shaft up there a little bit. We're not going to remove it all the way, and then I'm going to take and I'm going to rotate the entirety of the steering shaft, including the whole steering wheel itself, like one notch over to the passenger side, and we'll put it back on there. Okay, so let me get this kind of set up so hopefully you can see what I'm doing here, and yeah, I'll get to work. Before I get it set up to work, I just want to show you on this side, you can be able to see a little bit better. You can see that this front tire is towed out. On the passenger side, it's towed outward. So, and that is with the steering wheel lined up perfectly straight. So as we can see, the steering wheel, whatever, it's almost like it's a tooth off of the steering box. We don't want to worry about really going and getting an alignment done because the car drives straight. Don't need an alignment. But this is how we're going to fix this one. So now let me get it set up. Grab that bolt, that nut. This bolt, come back around here, see where this bolt here just passes through the steering shaft, and there's a nut on the other end. Make sure you hang on to those. All right, now, see if I can position you down here for this end. Can you see it from here? Tell you what, I should have picked a easier to film hobby, because goddamn, this sucks without a camera person. I'm taking off this bolt down this end of the steering shaft. And that's just a bolt. Oh, where are you? Right there. Goes straight in. Hang on to that. So now I'm going to have to move you again. First of all, let me get a pry bar. Okay. All right, so now we got the that bolt out. You can see much better there. And that bolt out at the top, I'm just going to take a pry bar here. Just kind of push back on the steering shaft. And we'll get this around. Where are you? God damn it. I don't think this has moved since 1984. So that rag joint is picking up all that play. You see how sloppy that rag joint is? Yes. Rag joints suck. But they're used to isolate vibrations. And now we're, all right, see it sliding off there? Okay. This out of the way. So rag joint is now popped off, so I'm going to rotate ever so slightly, like one notch over, and go to slide this back on. Everything's so greasy. Stupid sleeve doesn't help. Okay, I'm going to reposition this as I fight that backwards. All right, got that back on there. Now I'm going to put the bolts back in real quick. That's tight. Slide this one back in here from the driver's side over. Good. All right, that is that. Now really, the way the, if you have the steering box here, it's kind of like flat on two sides to where you think it only kind of goes in one way, but it seems to be like there's like one tooth worth of play on there. Because now, if we go back in the car, so I rotate the tire back straight, so if you can see there, and now the steering wheel itself is straight. So even if I turn all the way back and we lock it, it's locked in. Now the steering wheel is straight. The tires are back to straight to the where they are, and we didn't need to get an alignment. We just need a little bit of blood and a lot of grease. Okay, but yeah, so that's how you can do it. You can pretty much do like one tooth turn in either direction or a 180-degree spin on the steering shaft to kind of align it up. But yeah, I mean, the rag joints, as you can see it right there, there's much better looking at it. And there's that line stuff I hate when you have to use a light. There's a lot of slop that gets built up in these rag joints and loose steering feel. So actually, I think I'm going to look into getting the Astrovan shaft sooner rather than later and get that done. So now I'm just going to rotate this plastic cover, which will not be on the Astrovan shaft, and just put this back over here to where it snaps on that and it's in place there. And now our steering wheel is back aligned with the wheels. Okay, so all right guys, that's how you can do it. You can't work miracles with it, but you can fix it if it's like one tooth off. But there you go guys, that's all I got for today. All I gotta do is now is just put the rest of my air cleaner back on. But that's all I got for you. I will have a Astrovan shaft video at some point in time coming up, but that's what I got for you. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff, and I'll see you next time.